Thanks for tuning in to Warhammer Motorsports. Today, the Beast is getting a big brake kit. All right, so this is what we got going on today. So we have 4-piston big brakes from Stoptech going on my race car. This B6 A4 1.8T. So let's take a look. We got these gnarly Stoptech 4-piston. We're gonna stop for sure. Got some nice pads. Two-piece rotors. We're gonna upgrade the lines as well. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at the old setup. Got the drilled rotors and some EBC red stuff pads with the stock caliper. So all of this is going away. These are coming up. First thing you want to do when you're getting in here is you want to identify what you're going to be replacing. So we're going to be replacing the lines, the caliper, obviously the rotor, the pads. Once you've identified what you're taking off, then you can grab the tools that you need to take off the line, take off the caliper, and get ready for the new set. So our brake line here, we're looking at 11 mil, and then the caliper bolts, let's take a look at that. The caliper bolts right here, these are 21s. So we're gonna take the caliper bolts off, and we're gonna take the brake line off. All right, so we've started our 11 mil right here. So it's a little bit started, all right? I just wanted to make sure we could get that off. So that started. Put some rags underneath to catch some of the fluid once it starts to come out. Next, we're gonna take the 21s. We're gonna take them off, and then we're gonna pull the caliper off. Everything should come out nice and clean. All right, so we've started our 11 mil right here. So it's a little bit started, all right? I just wanted to make sure we could get that off. So that started. Put some rags underneath to catch some of the fluid once it starts to come out. Next, we're gonna take the 21s. We're gonna take them off, and then we're gonna pull the caliper off. Everything should come out nice and clean. All right, so we've disconnected the line. We've removed our caliper bolts, and it literally just came right out all as a whole. So it came out exactly like this. I can't even pull this out right here. So came all out in one single piece. So straightforward. Now we're gonna put the big brakes in there. We're gonna start with the line. Then we're gonna move to the pads and the rotor into the caliper, and then putting them in. All right, so now we have our Stoptech braided line inserted. We've got a caliper on. We have to move it to put the rotor on, but hey, that's okay. We got the Stoptech in. These are 21s, like I said. And then down here, when you're looking at these brakes, they've got a line underneath here. You want to make sure that this is tight and this is tight, or else once you tighten the line right here, it'll start coming down right here, as I just experienced. So make sure once this is tight, these two are tight as well, so you're not getting any brake fluid leaks. So the line attaches up there to the middle of the caliper, and then the fluid runs through each side. There we go. Rotor is on. We've got a lug bolt just to make sure that it doesn't move around. But the Stoptech caliper is in. We got the rotor in. Now it's time to do the pads. Our line is still connected. We'll clean that up in a second. Let's keep going. What's amazing about these Stoptechs is this back plate right here comes off just like this. So that's how you can replace your pads without even taking out the without taking off the caliper. So it's held in by these long bolts right here, these long screw bolt type things. Then the pad just slides in somehow. Wow, this is embarrassing. Huh. Let's try this way. Well, you know what I mean. It goes in that way. What? All right. All right, we fixed the light situation. Now we can see a lot better. So now we've got the pads in there, all buttoned up. Got the rotor on. The wire is, the brake line is fixed in. We've got no leaks. That's good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take these zip ties. We're gonna take these zip ties and we're gonna fix these together so we don't get any of this nonsense going on, and then it doesn't get wrapped up in a control arm or the axle. It just stays safe. So we got some zip ties on there that come in the kit, and I think there we go. There we go. This is all connected together so it's not gonna float around. So here we are. Driver's side. This is the Stoptech 4-piston Big Brake Kit with the line. Beautiful. One side to go. Now we're moving on to the passenger side. Same thing. We're gonna take the brake lines out, take the caliper out. Everything should come out in one easy, quick swoop. Gonna put the line on, onto the caliper, rotor on, pads on, wheel on. Let's do it. All right, passenger side is on. Caliper, rotor, pads are on the back. We got our nice braided line. Let's check fitment. Let's see if this fits with the current wheels that I have. All right, there you have it. Stoptech just peeking out a little bit. And it is fitting. Look at that. Beautiful fitment. Beautiful. It even fits right here. Look at that gap right there. Got my light so you can see it. Look at that gap. Barely anything in that gap right there. Barely anything in that gap. There you go. Stoptech's installed. Thanks for paying attention all the way to the end. Staying tuned, watching me do some cool things, but also mess up at the same time. Like I said, we're gonna show you the good, the bad, the ugly, when we mess up, when we do good. Stay tuned for the next one. We're actually see if this thing stops.